All right, so this is the view from when you first walk in the door of my studio. So there's a door over here, and this is the insanity that you see when you first come in here. So I'm going to walk you through kind of the different sections of this space and show you a little bit of what's working, what's not working. And then, as I begin to pack and move, we'll see how this whole thing works. So we're going to start over here on the left. So I'm going to come out here into more of the middle so you can see. So this is the first of multiple flat spaces that I have in this room. So my original goal with having these flat spaces was to be able to have places where I could package, assemble kits, and have these places where I could lay out the bases and put all the pieces. But the challenge I've noticed is that when you have flat spaces, they tend to end up as collectors, collectors of stuff. So this first space on the left, I have cardstock and stamp sets that I have for sale. And these are available. Somebody can just come here, set up an appointment to come over and do some shopping. They also get put up in like my BOGO sales. I'm doing a moving sale, so all of that will be available. And so that's what this first table is. Now, what you can't see is that behind, maybe I can get the edge of it, there is actually a shelf that has multiple plastic containers with drawers in order to be able to sort more stuff. So let's see if we look behind these boxes. So you can see I picked up a whole bunch of boxes, but you can see that I have various types of drawers and storage for things underneath this table. I do love that ability to be able to store things under there. But I don't love how much just collects on the top. So that's something I'm looking at, is what is collecting on the top that I could move somewhere else. The same is true for the next table. The next table is actually an adjustable height table. Move over here so I can get back further. This is an adjustable height table. And you'll see the little buttons right here, so I can raise and lower it as I need to. But it pretty much just stays in place because I have this cupboard under here. So there we go. With drawers that I keep a variety of different shipping and packaging supplies. And then this table has become the primary die cutting station for myself, my husband, and one of my helpers. We use this space for that. And then right next to it is my paper cutter. I love this paper cutter. It's gigantic and it cuts a package of cardstock at a time, and it's just perfect for my needs. Underneath it is more stuff left over from the last BOGO sale that I had. Hopefully a lot of that will go in the moving sale, and then I might think about what I could do underneath that table. This corner is, how many times can I say something is just terribly chaotic? This corner is scraps. This is the scrap yard. So these are scraps from product shares that I did, from various kits, from cutting here at this station. And I collect the scraps here to either try to use them for other die cuts or to give away to my helpers. And then we start the wall of cubes. So I'm going to back up here, and you can see I have 5 sets of cube storage units, and each one has 8 cubes in them. Now, all of the cubes are being used differently with different inserts to help stuff stay organized. But what you're going to see is all of the stuff lining the floor here that doesn't have a home. So as I pack and move, my plan is to go through each cube and say, why do I have this? Do I really need it? Am I actually going to use it? And should it go to the new space? Because I have a feeling, like most crafters, I have held on to things that I think I'm going to use, but if I'm actually honest, it's not going to happen. And so now is the time that I can get rid of those. If we go up here to the top, I have two different stamp racks. As you can see, these are from Stampin' Storage. The one on the left is retired stamps that Stampin' Up! No longer carries. And the one on the right is current stamps that they have. I keep mine in alphabetical order, and I just keep them separate, current versus new. Then in the middle, all of those boxes that you see, if I come up close here, you're gonna see these are my card inventory. So I've got boxes of birthday cards and anniversary, wedding, birthday, I already said that. Thinking of you, you know, all the different categories. This is how I store those for craft shows, for sales. I have a couple of stores that carry my cards, and so this is how I keep track of what I have for inventory. Over here, I have punch storage. This is also from Stampin' Storage, and I love it. It keeps my punches nice and organized. And you'll see I have piles of bases that need to get put away. And then we have a mini cut and emboss machine and a variety of tools, from a scale for measuring packages. There's a label maker. Here's my poop emoji section. The poop emoji is my favorite. And this was the first poop emoji thing I ever got right here. And as a result, I showed it on a live video, and I kept giggling, and then people started sending me poop emoji stuff, and so now I have a little collection right there. So yeah, there's just all sorts of stuff in these. So one thing that I really like is my paper storage. This is cardstock, and each color has its own file folder, and the package that's open is in the file folder. And then the card bases that are cut in half are right in front of it. And then I always have a full pack sitting right in front of the file folder. That way, when I open the last package is when I order the next one. Sometimes, though, I get a little gung-ho in my cardstock ordering, and I end up with some extras, and so I've got a cube for that. I also really like to use plastic drawers, so we'll talk about some of that. I keep some bubble wrap for packaging. I've got lots of markers here because I'm working on a coloring class series. And then I have a shelf at the end of this space where I have kits. All of those boxes are different kits. And I'll be doing a kit sale coming up, and so hopefully we'll clear off a lot of that and not have to move it. The plan for this space was to have this wooden folding table that you can see here so that people can come and craft in this room with me. Well, I think you can see the problem. Back over here, you'll see my door there on the right. I've got another adjustable height table here. And this is where I have bundles that are for sale, die and punch bundles, designer series paper. Again, this was meant to be a flat space that I could use for kit organization, and obviously it's not happened. So one of the things that is unique to this room is this built-in desk. It's a U shape, and I thought it would be amazing to have in this space. But as you can see, it has simply just become a collector of stuff. Now, I do love my ink and blend storage from Stampin' Up!, as you can see here. And then also my embellishment storage right next to it. Those are both incredibly handy. I've got my computer, my printer, my label makers. You know, I've got a little fridge and freezer here. So a lot of different sections, a lot of hopefulness to this space. You know, a lot of good ideas, good organization that is in process, but just hasn't been executed. So I'm going to take you along the journey as we fix this. not only for this space for the next couple of weeks, but also as we pack it up to head to the new space. So I hope you'll come along for the adventure.